Oh no, I wasn't
intentionally.
like this wicked bloody condemnation. That's awful. Yeah.
You didn't do it in sort of like.
Here's some kids, I'll swear.
Venomous, bloody, horrible way. It's slippery. It's a slip.
This now brings me to one of the poems that I'm going to send, because I've been typing them out, and it's a swear-wordy one.
Yeah.
And it's about what I call artificial intelligence, but not so much computer intelligence, but the intellectually inbred intelligence that keeps us where we are unless we know certain things. Guardians of the door, you know, the gateway.
Mate. Yeah, I'm on you.
To the one on the door.
Right.
Scribbling notes, stealing thoughts, scurrying home alone, whose mind to explore, intellectual prostitute, arrogant bore. I've got a little more. Inspiration gonna ooze and fly from every pore as I step up. Will you love me once more? Tell me, my friend, my foe, will it be sweet, caresses soft, warm, sensuous, sensual and deep? Or would it be hard, harsh, brutal, painful, shameful, the same as before, only more? Will you love me as I call at your door? Will you love me, or would you fuck me and make me your whore? I'd turn through the pain, imaginary shame, I will face you again. When all that comes has been before, and I have seen my lifeblood spill over the floor. Intellectual prostitute, arrogant bore, fuck you forevermore.
Very deep.
Thanks.
Very deep.
From the barber's chair.
Yeah, very deep, very deep. That's you've been hurt.
I think a lot of folk have been hurt. But it's protected, isn't it? They project fear, I think, onto the masses, and the masses going, us, go a bit, unlike us.
I turn fear into anger.
Well,
that's a much better weapon to
yeah, I reckon they, for me, personally, on my trip, turned my anger, or rage, or frustration into fear. And it was their fucking fear, because it's weird. Because, you know, pain is a natural part of existence, isn't it? Unfortunately or fortunately, when we deal with it.
Pain.
Tell me how you feel. Oh my, so that's the deal.
Jesus H.
Hallelujah, praise be.
Hallelujah.
We are here.
Then him at the door taking notes.
Yeah, scribbling notes, yeah.
Scribbling notes, right?
Yeah.
He's just a keeper, mate.
Well, I think they're false guardians.
That's
to a degree, you know.
The one behind them, right?
Yeah.
They're only like a night watchman. Isn't it? But the ones behind them, right? They're the ones that got the control. You know?
Well, I don't know, I think. Yeah, there is all that. There's that real light rather than this artificial light.
This is.
Yeah.
If you put good in, you get good out. Right? If you put horrible in, evil in, you get another turn down there. Because if you're really evil, this is where you're evil. This is the horrible place. There's a better bit somewhere.
Right. But we're in the cranium, but I don't know. I mean, I told you about the guy doing what he did, which pissed me off, and he seemed to think it was a joke. I mean, in certain other circumstances, Trevor, it wouldn't just be one little snappy punch to his solar plexus.
No.
It'd be absolute, as much carnage as possible, just to survive.
Well, of course.
Right? But he's like, oh, no, man, you know, I'm doing these bloody poems these days. I'm not doing this fucking...
That's what I mean, yeah.
And then the woman pipes up, you know, no disrespect to a woman, but she wouldn't have been talking to me like that if I looked different.
I always say to women like that, you're lucky you're a woman.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
But they think that's because...
No, you're lucky you're a woman because I'd have strained punch the lights out. You know what I mean? Well, you know, you've told.
I know what you mean, but I don't think that's right. I think what's happened is, because I've learned to articulate to a degree, they fucking jump all over me, and then it's...
They take that as a
them
weakness.
about to thump me, you know.
Yeah, but they take that as a weakness.
They
do, straight up, though. Honestly, mate, they take it as a weakness. They take your kindness and things like that as a weakness. And it's always the way. It's always the way, right throughout life.
She was telling me I was arrogant. didn't stop.
Well, why not? Let's
And
have
what
it.
did I do after that? That's when he piped up, and I did, I called him a cunt with a cock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, that's my hate word.
Cunt.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
got to be really angry to say that.
Well, where do you think I was?
yeah.
There's a room full of strangers, she's on one side, he's on the other, he's
You was
giving
in-
a quarter of a story, she's yelling this
You
out,
was
and
in-
I'm doing poems.
You was in Cuntsville, UK.
Yeah,
That's where you was.
cocky by the fuckface cunts. I changed it to art at the end. Oh, he's off. Watch me ears.
I'm on it,
There we
mate.
go.
That is looking good, this. I'll tell you.
Thanks. Work your magic.
I've done it, man. I'm doing it. Listen, Dave, the thing is, I get on great with you. You know?
Right.
And my wife understands me, and I'm lucky. I've got such a beautiful woman, right? But there's not many people understand people like you and me.
Right.
It's right, honestly.
Yeah.
It's right what I'm saying, but that's their fault. We're the right people. They're the knobs. They're the idiots, the knob jockeys. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah. I might pop down tonight to that place where I know he's
Canine.
at. Not the can. Are you in the canine tonight?
No, tea time. I'm in there for about half an hour now.
I have thought of getting up there and
You should go in and have a pint.
I'm thinking of having a pint. I haven't had a pint for 2 years.
Oh, it does you good, man.
Occasionally. Yeah.
Chills you out. Just real ale. None of these chemicals.
No, well that's the problem because I really like my real ale.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. They've got one in there at the minute, and it's called New Zealand Pale, and it's a pale ale. You'd love it.
Okay, do you know what ABV it is?
About 4.5,
That's
something like that.
Quite reasonable.
Yeah, it's all right, huh?
You know, when,
That is the spot.
as a youngster, the booze around here was chemical.
Oh, don't! I can't
Awful.
do chemical. That's
It
why I
was.
used to fight.
Kids, yeah.
I used to fight on chemical.
Likewise, yeah.
Did you?
I've been badly beaten up, but I survived.
Do you know?
I'm someone who the day after the night before, my mates came round and said, "You've got to come out," and they brought me out and they took me to the. It was called the Bridge. It's something
know.
else, right? So I've gone in
It's a
there.
house now, yeah.
I've gone in there and I had some good mates and whatever, and the fight was on me really, Trevor. I'm not going
Yeah.
to give details, you know, I was warned. Anyway, I've gone into the bar, gone up to the bar and with my buddy, and the barman's come out and he's looked at me, he's gone into the back room, come back to the front, and he's brought me a straw because my fucking mouth was blown up, my nose was in another direction and my eyeballs were, yeah. I actually had a little laugh. And then the guy who done the damage came in and he just put his hand to just below. I was a bit tense because I didn't fucking know what was going on. And he had a tiny little scratch under his eye and he said, "You got me." But he wasn't
Angry.
He wasn't angry, you know, and he had a few mates with him and it was just a relief, you know, just like, fuck.
You
It's
got a
chill.
straw.
Yeah, I'm actually someone who put in a
That
pub
is
and had to
funny.
drink out of the straw.
Do you know, I've never,
Oh, bad. Never been dropped.
ever.
Well, this guy.
Well, I've gone down, but I've got up. And what I mean is, I've never been sparked.
Right.
I've never seen the light at the end of the tunnel.
Right,
I've never.
right. Well, I've done it. I've done that. I've seen the birds tweeting around me cranium.
Yeah.
Underneath, this was up in Scotland. The guy hit me and he got me just under the eye, and it